Hi, my name is April K.H. Lumboy from BPED 2D. This video contains my activity in MPE 7, Unit 6, Activity 1. I am going to answer the given question. The first question is, what are the 4 important goal-setting practitioners should keep in mind when assisting an individual who wants to learn a particular skill? One issue practitioners should consider learners before assisting learners is the purpose of an individual learning experience. It is important for practitioner to remember that the experience belongs to the learner. Then, every learner's approach a new skills learning situation with some idea of what he or she wants to accomplish. Practitioners are able to assist learners in achieving their goals, but in order to do this, they must first know what the learner's goals are. Then, practitioners should encourage all learners in achieving their goals so that they can identify the specific skills and behavior that learners want to achieve. Then, how might a practitioner apply each of the principles in assisting a person who is learning how to roller skate? For me, practitioner apply each of the principles in assisting a person who is learning how to roller skate. First, knowing what he or she want to accomplish, and what are the learner's goals are, and what are the purpose of an individual of what he or she doing. Number 2 question. Discuss the relationship among target skills, target behavior, and target context. Target skills is the skills that needed to learn by the learners to achieve the desired goals in performing a specific activity. While target behavior is important characteristic the learner must have to achieve the desired goals. Then the target context, this type of environment context in which learners are able to perform the skill very well. For me, the relation of these three, it generates a movement and help individual or learners to first achieving their desired goals by encouraging learner to follow sound goal setting principles in determining their outcome goals and performance goals and process goals. Practitioners should able to get a clear picture of the learner's intended destination. Then, give the following activities or example of target skills, target behavior, and target context: fly fishing, billiards, using a prosthetic hand while eating a baked potato, piloting an airplane, shooting in or a basketball. I choose shooting in basketball. The target skills in shooting basketballs are dribbling, passing, shooting, offensive or defensive, stealing, blocking. Then the target behavior are patience, practice, teamwork, and sportsmanship. Then the target context in shooting in basketball, well-padded area, basketball area, not in slippery place, wide area. Number 3 question. Sometimes the past movement experiences a person brings to a learning situation can help the individual pick up the new skill more quickly. Discuss 3 categories of element that might be shared by 2 motor skills and then give an example of each type of element that might be similar for one of the following pairs of skill: whitewater, canoeing, and snow skiing. operating an automobile, and operating a speedboat. Wheelchair basketball and wheelchair floor hockey. The three categories elements that might be shared by two skills are movement elements. Movement elements that deals with the movement pattern or of various action. Then perceptual elements are task-related stimuli that individual must be able to interpret in order to assure a successful performance. Last is conceptual element. Are motor tasks such as rules and regulations, strategies, or technique. So I choose wheelchair basketball and wheelchair floor hockey. In movement elements there, they both use wheelchair as an instrument to move while doing a basketball and floor hockey. The conceptual elements there are they also similarities, like in technique. In wheelchair basketball, the player need to shoot the ball in the opposing basket. As well in wheelchair floor hockey, player must need to goal in the opposing net. Then the perceptual element in wheelchair basketball and wheelchair floor hockey, they have similarities and movement. They need to win. They need to grab the ball or the hockey. There are also movement that they have similarities like passing. Last question, number 4. When assessing learners' progress, practitioners should select both outcome and process measures that are valid indicators of performance. Give an example of a valid outcome measures and a valid process measures for one of the following activities: hang gliding, bokeh, rappelling, operating a lathe, reading braille, playing the flute, shuffling a deck of player cards. I choose playing a flute. Flute is a wind or woodwind instrument that plays some of the highest notes in an orchestra. People who playing flute, their breath, take a deep breath and breathe out while slightly smiling, making a two sound. Make sure that the shape of your lips doesn't change as you breathe out. The frequency of playing flute, it can take a few months or a couple of years to learn the flute. Then the accuracy, even though it is not an especial difficult instrument to learn, there are physical and technical aspects of playing the flute that will need to master, like breath control, mouth space, and finger placement. Then the consistency in playing a flute, if you play a brass or reed instrument, there is a certain kind of consistency built into how you blow into the instrument by the mouthpiece itself. The internal dimension and type of material of the mouthpiece play a huge part in determining tone quality on the instrument. The reason why there are so many kinds of mouthpieces for any given instrument is because we ourselves are so variable. That's all. Thank you.